Hey fragrance enthusiast, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to share 8 fragrances that I have in my collection that I think are the perfect perfumes for all year round. Any occasion, any time of the season, like you can pull for these and they're perfect. Whenever you need them, and they just work. And so I have 8 fragrances here that I want to talk about today that that I think that you will enjoy. So first we are going to pull for my very first, one of the first fragrances that I added to my collection that helped to start my collection and that till this day I am still very much in love with, and that is Mojave Ghost from Byredo. And as you can see, I do have the big 100 ml bottle here, and let's talk about the little dent that I do have in there. This one right here is just so beautiful. I know sometimes people talk about the longevity when it comes to the House of Byredo, but I don't know if maybe it's because I've had this fragrance for some time and it's had a bit to mature and to macerate, but I don't have any issues with this fragrance at all. I have not had a chance to get my nose on the Absolute version yet, but I plan to do so very soon. But this one right here is just an absolute gem. I love this fragrance. So Mojave Ghost does have top notes of ambrette, raspberry magnolia, sandalwood. In the base, you have some of that violet, cedarwood, musk, and vetiver. This one right here is top tier, in my opinion. I also love the fact that, oh my gosh, I can never, ever get tired of this fragrance. I love the fact too that it is unisex, and I don't think that it leans masculine or feminine. Like, it's just completely unisex. And the ambrette in here, along with that violet and that musk, this is a fragrance that I feel is kind of heavy on the musk, and that's right up my alley because I love a good musk-based fragrance. It is just so pretty. That ambrette in here gives it that light fluffiness. It adds a bit of that airiness to it. I love anything that has violet in it. And then that cedar wood, to me, just really reinforces the floral notes that are in here. Yeah, Mojave Ghost, it will always, forever be a classic. I feel like you can reach for this anytime, for any occasion. Anyone can wear it. Like, it's a classic, and for very, very good reason. This fragrance, no, there isn't anyone out there that could ever make me hate this fragrance because I think it is just absolutely delightful. I am going to grab the Absolute version, get the smaller bottle just so I can add it to my collection, because Byredo doesn't do wrong in my eyes. They never, ever get it wrong. I love the house. It's in my top 5 favorites. And yeah, so first one up on the list is Mojave Ghost from Byredo. I also have another Byredo fragrance here that I want to talk about that I also have an infinite love for as well, and that is Gypsy Water. And look at, again, just a nice sizable dent in this fragrance as well. This one has top notes of bergamot, juniper berries, and lemon, with base notes of pepper, incense, orris, pine needle, and base notes of amber, sandalwood, and vanilla. Let's give it a whiff. Just fresh, clean, delightful. It's light, airy. It's a very breezy scent. This one right here is also a unisex fragrance as well. And I crave it. I crave it all year round, and for good reason. It is just so beautiful. And just the way that Byredo is able to have, I feel like Gypsy Water and Mojave Ghost, they're in the same scent profile, but they've set them up in a way to where they show up in their own rights. You know what I mean? Like, it's not redundant to have both in the collection. They don't smell anything alike, even though they're in the same, they've got that same profile. This is just beautiful. Yeah, in the spring and summertime is when I reach for these the most, but when I do want to take a break from all of the heavy cardamom and the cinnamon and the tobacco type fragrance, these are the ones that I am reaching for. And so I'm just so happy that I have these in my collection because I'm able to rotate them any time of the year, and they are just absolutely excellent. I don't have any longevity with this fragrance either. And I feel like if I have to top this fragrance off, I'm completely fine with that. And if I do need to top it off, it's only, once, and then I'm good for the rest of the day, going into the evening. This one right here is absolutely beautiful. And so that is Gypsy Water from Byredo. So the next one we're going to talk about is from another one of my favorite fragrance houses. And so we're going to move over to Bon number 9. And I have several fragrances from this house. But this right here is one of my favorites, and that is Greenwich Village. So I do have the 50 ml here, and I've missed this one. Oh yeah, I've missed this fragrance right here. So Greenwich Village does have top notes of mandarin orange, lychee, cassis, and water lily, with mid notes of peony, jasmine, and broxin. And in the base, we have praline, musk, vanilla, and oak moss. This one, still to this day, in my opinion, does have remnants of Baccarat Rouge 540, the extrait version. But I get that in the opening when I wear this one, but in the dry down, they do go in their own different separate directions. This one right here, it gives me a bit of citrus. I pick up a little bit of citrus in this fragrance. So that must be from the mandarin in here. But this one I think is just so pretty. This is also a unisex fragrance. I love me a good unisex fragrance. Anyone can wear this. This can be pulled for any time of the season. And Bon number 9, they always deliver. And this one is no exception. Greenwich Village is a classic for many. It's also a signature fragrance for a lot of people. And I get it. I understand it. I appreciate it. I enjoy this fragrance. It is just absolutely gorgeous. You get some of that lily of the valley and that cassis, and just the way that the blend comes together in this fragrance, I think that it is just absolutely perfect. I go nuts for any fragrance that has praline in it. And in the dry down, the praline and the musk, as well as that ambroxan, really does come through. When I'm wearing this one, sometimes I feel like the fragrance, sometimes I'll think that it's gone, but then I'll get up and I'll move around and I'm like, oh, there it is. Like I'll get, it just comes back and it's just even better. So sometimes I think that I can go nose blind to this one, but it's the ambroxan for sure, which is why I really do prefer this one more so during the colder months. In the summer and in the spring, I do struggle just a little bit with this fragrance, but again, it does a good job with making its reappearance. And yeah, it's an absolute love for this one. So that is Greenwich Village from the House of Bon number 9. I have one more to share with you from the from House of Bond number 9. This one right here is also another one of my favorites that I have just been loving on so much, and I have really missed it, and that is Bleeker St. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love me some Bleeker St. Let me tell you something. Oh my gosh, this fragrance just does it for me. When I first purchased this fragrance, like, it took me a while. This one did not join my collection until several months later, after I had gotten Tribeca, Greenwich Village, Chelsea Nights, Nomad, Madison Avenue. Like, this one came further down the line. Oh, and I am so glad that I went with my first mind, because I kept seeing this one on YouTube. I kept seeing people talk about this one. I kept seeing the reviews, and people were just raving about Bleeker St. And I get it. I get it now. I understand what all of the hype was about, because let me tell you something. This one is excellent. So Bleeker St. has top notes of violet leaf, blueberry, thyme, cassis. Then it has mid notes of heart notes of cedar, jasmine, cinnamon. There's some oak moss in here with suede and patchouli. And then in the base, it has amber, vanilla, and caramel. Let me tell you something. The way the violet leaf and the blueberry with that cassis, I don't pick up any cinnamon at all. And thank goodness, because I'm not a big fan of cinnamon, strong cinnamon type of fragrances. And you definitely get that amber in here, and that suede is just the perfect finish to bring all of those notes together. Oh my gosh. This is in my top 10 for life. I have a backup bottle of this fragrance, and I crave it every single time. This works for any occasion. When I tell you any type of occasion, it is really more so on the clean, fresh type of scents. It's really hard to describe it. You've got to get your nose on this one. Or trust me, if you have a nose that is similar to mine and you love this house and the way that they do their blends, Bleeker St. is top tier. This is so darn good. Oh, that is amazing. And again, that violet leaf in here with that blueberry is done. It's just done in such a beautiful, beautiful way. I love this fragrance. I cannot speak highly enough of Bleeker St. It is everything. And I think that it wears so sexy on a woman. It's just something about the way that this comes alive on my skin. It does well on fabric. Like, this one right here is just a true rock star in my opinion. Don't sleep on this one, you guys. Get your hands on it. Bleeker St. is the truth. Absolutely love this one, so highly recommend it. All right, so let's move on to the House of Amouage. Another one of my faves. I love this fragrance house, and I love this fragrance. It was love at first sniff. It was a blind buy. Was it risky? Yes, but it all worked out. Existence. Existence. Ooh, honey. I will never, ever, ever have to spray this on a tester strip. It's been a minute since I've worn this fragrance, and when I tell you the way that it lives on this nozzle, oh, she's still just as good, and it is perfect for year round. This is a freshy type scent that you can wear cold weather, hot weather, baby shower, going to work, date night, brunch. This right here is just all of the things, and I absolutely love it. So let's talk about the notes, right? It doesn't have a whole lot of notes. which is rare for an Amouage fragrance because they're typically loaded. But this one does have top notes of lily of the valley, rose. In the mid, you have that frankincense, mystical, labdanum. And in the base, there is ambergris, white musk, and benzoin. Lily of the valley, through and through. You get a little bit of that rose in there. That musk really does come through in the dry down. And I thought that it was so interesting because it called out that it was a white musk. So it's not a musky fragrance per se, but it is very clean. It's very intoxicating. If you are not a fan of Lily of the Valley, you will not be a fan of this. That fragrance note dominates in here, but it does allow the other notes to come through and so that you're able to appreciate them. Heavy on the benzoin for sure. Always going to get that frankincense. That is just a staple note that Amouage likes to use in their fragrances. But honey, listen, if you have been on the search for a freshie and you want something that is going to rock your world and open up your nostrils and give you longevity for days, and I do mean days, as well as one that's going to be a compliment getter, Existence. Existence is what you need. This one right here just has taken the fragrance community by storm, and I'm just so happy that I did not sleep on this one. I bought this like maybe a week or two after it was released, and it has just been it has just been rocking my world ever since. It is so good. I cannot speak highly enough of this one as well. And so that is Existence from Amouage. So moving on to Parfums de Marly, you should have known that there were going to be a couple of fragrances in this particular lineup. And the first one that I want to talk about is, let's see if I can find it here, is going to be the beautiful Cassili. This one right here is one that I have not worn in quite some time, but when I wear it, it is just so fitting for any time of the year. And so if there was a fragrance that I had to choose from this particular house, it definitely Cassili, hands down. This one does have top notes of red currant, Bulgarian rose, transparent white flowers. In the mid, you have plum, mimosa, plumeria, and petalia. And then in the base, you have sandalwood, tonka bean, and vanilla. This one right here, I think, is just such a classic. I know that Parfums de Marly has so many bangers in this fragrance house. I own a good bit of them. I have all of the Delinas, Oriana. There's another one here that I'm going to talk about shortly. But this one right here, I think, does not get enough recognition. I don't think that there's enough appreciation around this particular fragrance, but it is beautiful. It is one that you can wear whenever, however. I just think that it is perfect. And again, like when you just really need a break from all of those other types of fragrances, I think that this is one that's going to be a beautiful floral with a little bit of fruit in there, and that black currant. It is just exquisite. I love Cassili. I have been enjoying it, and I feel like the older this one gets, the better it becomes. Yeah, it's just beautiful, and I just think that it just doesn't get enough recognition, and that's just so unfortunate. But if you are looking for something that's going to be a little bit different, but also provides a bit of nostalgia, because this fragrance does that for me, then I think that you should give Cassili a try. It is definitely one that you can enjoy. Has really great sillage. It creates a beautiful scent bubble for you to enjoy. This one right here, yeah, it's one of my faves. It's one of my faves. And so that is Cassili from the House of Parfums de Marly. You know, there was going to be another one in here because I think that this next one is one that is a lot of people's signature scent. It could definitely be that. This one right here is going to get your attention regardless of when, where, what season. Honey, that is Valaya, the OG that is Valaya. I have no interest whatsoever in getting my nose on or blind buying Valaya Exclusive because of the powdery notes. I can do a little bit of powderness to a fragrance, but the fact that they actually call it out in that one, I'm good. I'm good. It's always going to be this one for me. Always. Oh my goodness. I enjoy this one so much. I need to pull this one back out really, really soon. So the Valaya does have top notes of bergamot, mandarin, white peach. In the mid, it has orange blossom, nympheal vetiver. And in the base, you've got akigaya wood, amberfix, and musk. This is, to me, predominantly a musk-based fragrance. And it is exquisite. This is a clean musk, a intoxicating musk, just very elegant, rich, sophisticated, bossy type of fragrance. Valaya is going to own the room every single time, And she's not going to make any apologies for it. It is just beautiful. You talking about a beast mode fragrance. I am an oversprayer, but when I tell you I respect this one, I respect this one right here. I think that I have a pretty nice sizable dent in there. And this one right here, the longer it sits, the stronger and more robust it becomes. This is just such a beautiful fragrance. And what's funny is that when I purchased this one, it was, I purchased it by accident. I thought that I was getting, I think it was Safanad at the time, and I ended up ordering this one. Best mistake that I could have made. I cannot speak highly enough about Valaya, and she's going to show up, you know, for any type of situation, and it's just amazing. So if you are wanting, you know, not wanting attention, if you're trying to really just stay, you know, real low key, don't reach for this one, because Valaya is the truth, and she's going to remind you of that each and every single time. So cannot recommend Valaya, the OG, enough. She is just beautiful, beautiful fragrance. So happy to still own that one. And the last one that I want to talk about really has captured my heart, and I've thought about upgrading to the bigger bottle, and that is none other than Bonbon from House of Bo. Look at how beautiful this bottle is. And can you see my dent in that one? I've been wearing this one down, been enjoying it. Ooh, that is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. And I can appreciate the fact that all of the fragrances in this house, they are unisex. They are absolutely unisex. So Bonbon has top notes of lychee, lily of the valley, saffron. In the mid, it has pink pepper, marshmallow, bergamot, caramel, aged cognac. And then in the base, you have ambergris and birch. What a gorgeous blend. This is their take on a gourmand fragrance, but for me, it's more of like a clean type of gourmand, if that makes sense. You do pick up on that slight booziness just a little bit, but I wouldn't describe this as a boozy scent. It's just enough in there to wake up your senses, but this is just, and of course you get that saffron. Saffron, I love saffron in a fragrance. This one holds its own for sure. I think this is absolutely beautiful. I know that they are running a 25% off sale right now on the site. And, you know, like I said, I've thought about it. There was another one that was on there in this line. I think it's Casablanca. So many people have talked about that one, but I don't know if it would be a bit redundant to Valaya. So I don't know. I've been kind of going back and forth about that one, but I have heard great things about that fragrance as well. So I need to make up my mind though before the sale is gone. 25% is a pretty nice savings. And so, yeah, I have been really enjoying this one. And don't be surprised if you see the bigger bottle here pretty soon. But this right here is going to, again, it works for every type of season. It's not season specific. And I just love having fragrances like that in my collection. Fall and winter fragrances are my favorite, but I really do just love the fact that I have fragrances that are, that fit any type of situation and that are just so versatile in that way. And this one right here definitely delivers that versatility. So definitely make sure that you try Bonbon from the House of Bo. It is absolutely delightful. So meet me down in the comment section. Let me know what are some of the fragrances that you have in your collection that you feel are, you know, year-round worthy, that you can reach for any type of occasion. Let me know what those are. If you do enjoy the content, if you love all things that smell good, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to join the family. And for those that continue to show up and show out, thank you so much for the continued support. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care.